Hey guys, it's Divine here from merch.com. May 2014 and the 5th BTS merchanting review are here. As you know, my focus is on the merchanting aspects of the BTS, as I'm not a hardcore RuneScape player, and merch is all about merchanting. Feel free to discuss this month or ask any questions in the comments below. I'll be responding to all of you as usual. Keep in mind that nothing I say here is direct investment advice. Your decisions are your own responsibility. VIPs, keep in mind that there will be additional information and advice in the VIP advice section at the top of our forums. Enjoy! So this BTS we have the honor to go on a RuneScape road trip together. Well, that's something to take off my bucket list, I guess. Anyways, it sounds a bit better than Matt May, I suppose. The road trip itself is nothing interesting merchanting related, only the Slayer weekend is of some interest, but even that seems to be rather minor since Slayer drops keep devaluing more and more anyways. Around and before this weekend you should obviously keep your eyes out for gear people use for Slayer, and you may be able to pick up a thing or two cheaper afterwards as well, like the gear people resell or the large amounts of drops that are being sold by them. These will of course correct themselves in price again afterwards, but it all depends on how many people really go to Slay during this weekend. I'm not really sure how many people will bother with it, but we'll see, I suppose. The abilities are nothing interesting merchanting related, but the combat familiars should make for some pretty interesting flips in the beginning, if they are as good as Jagex claims them to be, that is. Problem is they can never be better than the Steel Titan, since the Steel Titan requires level 99 and these are level 87. But the Steel Titan still sucks right now, so I wonder how exactly Jagex sees this. They have never bothered to fix it since ERC, and it just does really low damage. It has a lot of glitches and stuff. So it would be very wrong of them to create stronger familiars while leaving the current combat familiars untouched. It's also a bit weird of them to add some more dragon weapons at the same time here to these monsters. Like letting the Muspa and Nihil thingies drop these dragon weapons seems a bit random to me. I don't really see the relation to dragon items. It's nice of Jagex to fill in those gaps, but it seems a bit odd. I don't see them being worth a whole lot since they are in the end level 60 weapons. Who still needs level 60 weapons? So yeah, you could do some flips on them when they come out, but that's really all. Like, try to be careful in case they get overpriced that you don't burn your fingers. Then we get to the dungeoneering updates, and these definitely have the biggest impact on merchanting this month. They have already been doing that because of the rumors about a new chaotic weapon. Apparently some JMod leaked this, and it led to some panic in the level 90 weapons market. And it made the weapons crash a lot there, which has been very concerning, at least to me, because it narrows down their margins a lot. It decreases the amount of valuable items we have in game, and that is just really bad for merchanting. We need to have more expensive items, but yeah, perhaps I'll address that in another video, I'm not sure. Now, the new resource dungeon could be very interesting depending on what it is, of course. It's really hard to say right now, so unless that was leaked as well, I hope not. So yeah, best to keep your eyes out for a possible investment once it is around. Just look at what it is and use your brain and your experience in the game, and you'll figure something out in case there's anything interesting to invest for. I'm not sure what they mentioned as new Slayer task with dungeoneering. Unless I'm missing something and getting out of my game here, I don't really see the relation to dungeoneering, so that's a bit vague. But yeah, the new chaotic weapon, it will definitely make weapons volatile this month. So there should be plenty of money to make if you can play in on this well. It's a bit sad that your money has to come from something getting nerfed instead of something awesome being added. It's a bit disappointing, but I hope the chaotic weapon will fill in a nice gap. I don't really see directly what it would be if it's melee, ranged, or mage right now. I mean, like, they say it's one weapon, so it's obviously not dual wielding, so it's not a wand and orb type of thing for magic, or like dual maces for crushing style. So if it's one weapon, then it should either be a two-handed stab weapon, two-handed slash weapon, or well, perhaps we're missing something. It could be a spear, you don't know, like, just saying. It could of course also be a two-handed ranged weapon, but we already have the Zarite bow for that at level 80. Unless Jagex wants to like really kill that one too, it would seem a bit odd, but you never know. Anyways, next up the skill scrolls, and these should be along the lines of helping you save certain resources while skilling, like it already does for smithing, I believe. This wouldn't really have much of an impact on merchanting, so we move on to the item collector, and I find this one interesting because we have this for prayer and farming now, and also the charming imp which collects charms for summoning. And this makes me wonder, like, what else would they add? Because the bones and the seeds are things that are frequent drops from monsters. The only other thing I could see as, like, somewhat useful would be for herb lore, where it would convert herbs. But I don't see what else would be helpful to anyone. So my assumption here is herb lore, but maybe they have a better idea. We'll see about that. I'll skip over the repeatable boss here since it's not merchanting related, and then we get to the update that wasn't released in April, Elder Divination. Now the same stuff I said then applies here as well. To sum that part up, the price of divination energy will likely decrease a little in the long term, especially the lower tiers, since you will also be able to get them at Elder Divination training from level 75 to 85. The transmute charm should hopefully be tradable. I'm saying hopefully. In that case, it will be worth flipping them since it is consumable. Also keep an eye out for flips on Divination Familiars, though I have a feeling these are going to be a bit of a fail. I don't really see them being used more than they are made, so they'll probably just hover nicely around the conversion price. And that's it for the BTS. A lot of things going on this month, but for the third month in a row, really not so positive for merchanting, unfortunately. On a brighter note, in April, the merch members passed the 100 bill profit mark by logging around 7 bill profit. Awesome job, everyone. My god, it's really great to see how far we have come all together. All the nice comments, all the support to each other, all the help, the countless views of people eager to become as good as many of you are. It's just really an amazing experience, and I hope it will continue for a long time. Here's to another 100 bill. Now that's it for this month. I wish you all the best with your merchanting, and I will see you all again next week for another video.